Yashodanandana Prajajanaranyana Yashodanandana Prajajanaranyana Jamuna Dhira Jamuna Dhira Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaranandi Gopijana Vallabha Girivaranandi Yashodanandana Prajajanaranyana Yashodanandana Prajajanaranyana Jamuna Dhira Jamuna Dhira Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chanda Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Advaita Chanda Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chanda Jai Guru Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Advaita Chanda Jaya Guru Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Goranita, Jaya Goranita, Goranita, Jaya Goranita. Jaya Goranita, Jaya Goranita, Goranita, Jaya Goranita. Jaya Panchatattva, 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 Jaya Panchatattva. Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev. Itai Gaura Haribo, 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 Itai Gaura Haribo. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astut Sarasata Sri Srimad. The Divine Grace is co-founder Acharya Jagat Guru A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astut Sarasata Sri Srimad. Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananda Guru Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Nāma Srila Haridasa Kura Ki Jai. Prem Shri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Kṛṣṇa Gopal Gopinand Shama Radha Kunda Giri Garodhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Ganges Mai Ki Jai. Tulasi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gauda Premanandi. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Padaya Buddha Mata. Padicita Sham Shri Krishna Padaya Shri Gaura Karana Sati. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnanandjana Shalakaya Chakshurlitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yuttapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Shri Radha Krishna Padan Lalita Visakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesai Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhan Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sundubhyaye Vacha Patitanam Pavanavyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. 100. Okay. Say 100. Sorry. Okay. 100 is nāma. Nāma. Text 100. Oh, sorry. 102. Okay, this one. Okay, sorry. Thank you. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila Chapter 3. The external reasons for Lord Chaitanya's appearance. Text number 102. āniyā kṛṣṇere karoṅ kīrtana sañcāra. Tabe se Advaita nāma sa-phala āmāra. āniyā kṛṣṇere karoṅ kīrtana sañcāra. Tabe se Advaita nāma sa-phala āmāra. āniyā kṛṣṇere karoṅ kīrtana sañcāra. Tabe se Advaita nāma sa-phala āmāra. āniyā kṛṣṇere karoṅ kīrtana sañcāra. strategies. Kṛṣṇere karoṅ āniyā, bringing kṛṣṇere, Lord Kṛṣṇa, karoṅ, I make kīrtana, chanting of the holy name, sañcāra, advent, tabe, then, say, this, Advaita, nondual, nāma, name, sa-phala, fulfilled, āmāra, my. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Swami Prabhupada kīrtana. My name, Advaita, will be fitting if I am able to induce Kṛṣṇa to inaugurate the movement of the chanting of the holy name. Please repeat. My name, Advaita, will be fitting if I'm able to induce Kṛṣṇa to inaugurate the movement of the chanting of the holy name. Purport. The nondualist Māyāvādī philosopher who falsely believes that he is nondifferent from the Lord is unable to call him like Advaita Prabhu. Advaita Prabhu is non-different from the Lord. Yet, in his relationship with the Lord, he does not merge with him, but eternally renders service unto him as a plenary portion. This is inconceivable for Māyāvādīs because they think in terms of mundane sense perception. And therefore, think that nondualism necessitates losing one's separate identity. It is clear from this verse, however, that Advaita Prabhu, although retaining his separate identity, is not different from the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached the philosophy of inconceivable, simultaneous oneness with the Lord and different from him. Conceivable dualism and monism are conceptions of the imperfect senses, which are unable to reach the transcendence because the transcendence is beyond the conception of limited potency. The actions of Sri Advaita Prabhu, however, give tangible proof of inconceivable non-dualism. One who therefore surrenders unto Sri Advaita Prabhu can easily follow the philosophy of inconceivable simultaneous dualism and monism. That is the end of Srila Prabhupada's purport to text 102 of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila chapter 3, entitled The External Reasons for Lord Chaitanya's Appearance. Hare Krishna. My name, Advaita, will be fitting if I am able to induce Kṛṣṇa to inaugurate the movement of the chanting of the holy name. Kṛṣṇadas Kaviraj Swami and this Chaitanya Charitamrita describe Advaita Acharya to be most compassionate. Advaita Prabhu is most compassionate. He does not like to see people suffer. And you can see that he is manifesting it in this verse. At that time, all the Bhattacharyas, the Mishras, the Saraswatis, they were very busy in wedding and naming ceremony. Nothing about Kṛṣṇa. If they see someone chanting Hare Kṛṣṇa, they will laugh at you and call so many ill names of devotees. Is it only when one chants very loudly and disturb Kṛṣṇa sleeping that Kṛṣṇa will hear you? Kṛṣṇa is not in their heart. These people, they cannot understand this simple truth. That by loud chanting, you are disturbing Lord Kṛṣṇa. And very soon, there will be famine in our country. This is the discussion they were having. Let us all go to Sriva's house. He removed his house along with him and all his brothers and drowned them in the Ganga. That is the only solution to save us from the anger of Kṛṣṇa. Lord Vishnu is peacefully sleeping. And this loud chanting is going to disturb his sleep. He will be angry. Let us do something before the Lord gets angry with us. Some said, when I was telling you, you did not listen because you were thinking I was joking. But now it is late. The danger is before our eyes. Nobody was talking about Kṛṣṇa. The only Kṛṣṇa consciousness that comes from people's heart is Pundarikaksha. When they are taking part in Ganga, that's all. How many times they take part in a day? Huh? Not 3 times. People who do not have Kṛṣṇa consciousness cannot take part 3 times. Yeah, date means that sometimes, when they remember. Only Kṛṣṇa conscious people that clean, pure, they will take bath 3 times. They are not Kṛṣṇa conscious. They will not think of bathing. If they see you bathing 3 times, they will criticize you. You are going to make Ganga dry up. Don't do this. So all the devotees were having difficulty dealing with the people in the society. Particularly Advaita Acharya, out of his compassion, became very disturbed. Therefore, he's speaking. He was talking to the devotees. My dear brothers, don't worry. I promise you that If my name is Advaita, I am going to bring the Lord here. And if I fail to do that, I will take off my sword of sañcāra and cut off everybody's head. You wait and see. In this way, he gave comfort to the devotees who were dying because of the criticisms, the blaspheming of the non-devotees, different categories of non-devotees. Even Srivas himself was so disturbed at the point. Even at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu already appeared. Their blasphemy continued. Even when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was already advented, they were still blaspheming, even to the ear of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's how serious the situation was. They were blaspheming. To see a devotee is inauspicious for them. They cannot give us peace after having a nice, delicious food. They cannot allow us also to have a peaceful sleep. Our food cannot digest properly. So what's the use of eating so nicely when they cannot allow us to digest our food by having a peaceful sleep? This is what they were talking. The devotees were worried. Advaita took this vow. I will bring the Lord here. If my devotion is not enough to bring the Lord here, if my devotion is not enough to bring the Lord, I will do it myself personally by cutting off the heads with my sword of sañcāra. That time, Advaita does not have 4 hands. He's only seen with 2 hands. But he knows he is Mahavishnu and Lord Shiva combined. He knows Advaita. He knows that. Even when he came here to Vrindavan, he does not show his 4 hands. He showed it only once in Mathura. When, at that time, not only in Bengal, everywhere they are all blasphemous. So when he came here to Vrindavan, he was visiting all holy places. He went to Mathura. At that time, there was a very chronic blasphemer. He's a chronic blasphemer of devotees. His daily business is to go the whole city looking for devotee to blaspheme. That is how he lives his life. He was doing that, and devotees were also very careful that whenever they see him there, they will turn their direction. Whenever they see him, they will turn their direction. Until Advaita Prabhu came. When Advaita came, so the man was hungry because he was not having any vegetables to blaspheme, because devotees were running away from him. So he was very, very hungry. I cannot feast. For some people, this is our feast. Blaspheming. That's a feast for some people. Criticizing is the feast for some devotees. For some people, they have taken a vow to criticize, to blaspheme devotees. And it is done personally and also on the internet. Go to the internet. If you want to know something about you, go to the internet. People who never see you before, they are blaspheming you, criticizing you. They have never seen you physically. They are blaspheming you. So this man, in other words, there's nothing which we are doing today which is new. Everything that anyone can do or will do, it has already been done by people. There's nothing which is new. If it is blasphemy, there are many people who have done it more expertly than any one of us. It shouldn't be something that we should cherish, even in a dream. So this devotee, not devotee, he's a Brahmana, a Vedic Brahmana. Vedic Brahmana. His being a Brahmana is to look for Vaishnavas, to blaspheme them. So, as he was fasting for a very long time, one day he saw Advaita Acharya. He became very happy. Today I'm going to break my fast. So he came before Advaita Acharya, not knowing who he is. And see him and said, "Oh, you're a Vaishnava. What do you know in the scripture? Please sit down. Tell me, what do you know in the scripture? Sit. Tell me. Which scripture you want to speak from? Which scripture you want to speak from? What do you know in this? Tell me, you are a Vaishnava. Are you wearing Vaishnava? What do you know in the scripture? Can you tell me? Sit down, tell me something." Advaita Acharya, look at him. How long will you take you to show me the scripture? You are a Vaishnava, you have scripture. Which one you are reading, I want to hear from you. Advaita Acharya looked at him. And looking at him, he could see his activities up to that day. So he manifested his 4 hands, brought out the Sudarshan Chakra. As soon as he saw the Sudarshan Chakra, please excuse me, I'm sorry, please, excuse me, please, I will never do this again, please. Advaita Acharya is ocean of mercy, extremely compassionate. When this blasphemer, chronic blasphemer, fell flat on the ground and started begging, his Sudarshan Chakra went back to his body, leaving only 2 hands as before. He told this blasphemer, "Today I spare your life because you begged me. You should never feast on blaspheming. It is dangerous. Not even the people you are blaspheming that is a problem. It is you that is a problem. Do not do this. Because you beg me, I spare your life today. If ever you try it again, I will kill you." Yes, I will never do it again. I will not. Advaita told him, "From now onward, if you want to purify yourself, from this very moment, you should start every day, as you have been doing every day, searching for devotees to blaspheme. From now onward, you should be searching for devotees to glorify them." Say, "Yes, my Lord. Yes, my Lord. Start now." Hare Krishna. He started. From Advaita himself, in my ignorance, I did not understand you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I didn't also understand that you came to deliver a rascal like me. Instead, because of my foolishness, because of my sinful activities, I was bereft of the mercy to understand you. But somehow or other, I've gotten your causeless mercy. Therefore, my obeisance is eternally at your lotus feet. He started from Advaita himself. to glorify him, appreciating he is the supreme personality of Godhead. So this Advaita Acharya, being so merciful upon us, said, my name is Advaita. Kṛṣṇa Swami said, because he is non-different from Hari. If he is Advaita, he is Hari himself. Who can be more merciful? Who can be more merciful than God? God himself is merciful, and his pure devotees are merciful. So he wants to bring the supreme personality of God here to come and teach us the religion which is the simplest way and the most powerful. Generally, in the material world, is something very simple, has no value. But in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, the simplest things are the most powerful. One does not need to do Ashtanga yoga to understand Kṛṣṇa, which is very difficult for people to do. Even to go to the forest. Who will go to the forest now? Our body is very stiff. See the way we are sitting. Because our body is very stiff. How will you do yoga with a stiff body? For 10 minutes, we have changed 10 positions. For 10 minutes. How are we going to do yoga with a stiff body? A flexible body will do. In the 5th canto Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Swami mentioned, our body is very stiff. Our body has terrible offensive odor because of our bad eating. Our sinful eating makes the body very stiff and also terrible stinking odor. So to do Ashtanga yoga is difficult. Even Hatha yoga is difficult. So Prabhupada told us not to chant Hare Krishna and close eyes because he will sleep upon the eyes. Compassionate Advaita Acharya. So I want to bring the Lord, instead of me to cut off, you to cut off the head, our demonic mentality will remain. All the demons Krishna killed, the demonic mentality remains there. I want to introduce a system which will not cut off our head, but it will remove the demonic mentality. It's the best religion ever practiced by anyone. That is the chanting of the holy name. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa Kṛṣṇa, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I will bring the Lord, who is the Acharya, the inaugurator of the chanting of the holy name. I will bring the Lord here. He will come and introduce it, and I will participate myself. Jai Shri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Kṛṣṇa Hare Kṛṣṇa 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. When I do that, then there will be a meaning to my name, Advaita. What is the message? What is the message? Only when a disciple has been able to satisfy his or her spiritual master with a sincere service that we are qualified to be called a disciple. This is Advaita Acharya's teaching. My name will be Advaita only if I can bring the Lord here to come and deliver conditioned souls who are addicted to sinful life. Sinful life is a religion in Kali Yuga. If you're not sinful, you're not recognized in Kali Yuga. So the only method that can help us is the chanting of the holy name. Only if I could do this, then there is a meaning to my name. Otherwise, my name has no meaning. It is flattering. It is flattering. I'm a disciple only if I'm able to please my spiritual master with a sincere service. Then I am qualified to be called a disciple. Mechanical service cannot satisfy a spiritual master because this process is of devotion, not mechanical. And then see the way Purport has taken this verse. Look at what Purport said. The nondualist Māyāvādī philosopher who falsely believes that he is non-different from the Lord is unable to call him like Advaita Prabhu. That is the point. That is the point. What is the qualification for me, Advaita said? What is the qualification for me to call myself Advaita if I cannot bring the Lord? And Prabhupada took it from there. See? They are not qualified to be Lord. Therefore, they cannot call the Lord here. Similarly, we are not qualified to call ourselves disciples if we are not able to please the spiritual master with sincere service. What is the qualification? Yes, we can claim to be Narayan. Okay, that's okay, you're Narayan. But what kind of Narayan is that? What kind of Narayan? Narayan will bring the system that will deliver the conditioned souls. That's Narayan. So if I call myself Narayan, will I be able to do that? So it's a qualification to be Narayan. What's the qualification to be a disciple if you cannot please the spiritual master with the service? Because they are not Narayan. They cannot bring Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here. Because how will you call somebody you don't know? How will you call a person you don't know? I don't know you, I don't have your phone number. How will I call you? How will I call you? I don't know you, I don't have your phone number. How will I call you? Māyāvādīs, they know Kṛṣṇa? Māyāvādīs, do they know Kṛṣṇa? They say Kṛṣṇa has no form. So whom will they call? Yeah?
Cannot call.
Will you call light? Or you call air? Eh, Mr. Air, I want to speak with you. You can call air? Call the light? They say Kṛṣṇa has no form, God has no form, he's not a person, he's formless. So whom would they call? Advaita Acharya, no, Kṛṣṇa is the supreme person of Godhead, so he can call because they have connection. He has the phone number, and he knows him. He can call him. I will bring him here, means he knows. He knows that God is there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he came, he said, Advaita Acharya woke me up from my sleep. I was peacefully sleeping. His loud chanting woke me up. This Advaita, he brought me. He's crooked. When his mother said his Advaita, see, he chastised her. But he called Advaita nondual. He didn't chastise himself. Right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, why did you call me? You called me to come. I came, and you are preaching against me? What is this? Then how you are Advaita? Is that God? Huh? Is that God punching? Whom do we fight? A friend or enemy? Okay. Because they are devotees, so you can. This is Advaita and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, the person. They know themselves. They came here to entertain us, and they did it perfectly because they know themselves. So Srila Prabhupada is saying, these non-dualist Māyāvādī philosophers, they cannot call the Lord here because they have no qualification. Advaita Prabhu is non-different from the Lord. Yet, in his relationship with the Lord, he does not merge with him, but eternally renders service unto him as a plenary portion. This verse, show me anywhere that related to Māyāvādī in this sloka. Can you show me any word here which relate to Māyāvādī? Eh? Show me any word here which relate to Māyāvādī. Māyāvādī. Advaita. What is Advaita? What is Advaita? Advaita and Advaita the same? So this is Māyāvādī? This is Māyāvādī? This is Māyāvādī? No. Yeah, the opposite, but not this one, right? This one, what is Māyāvādī here? No. But Purport is talking about Māyāvādī. You don't see? Is this a fault? Don't say blasphemy. If you say it's a fault, don't say that. No, I don't want to blaspheme Prabhupada. Is it a fault? It's not a fault. Why is it not a fault? I agree with you, not a fault. But why is it not a fault? See, you can't defend your stand. You see? You cannot defend your... It is not a fault because what is proper position? Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Pasatya Desatarini. Is he doing it here? Perfectly. He's doing his duty here. Just like Advaita Acharya, they are doing their duty. We should do our duty. That is the lesson. We should do our duty. Srila Prabhupada came here to dismantle this. Therefore, it is responsibility to do his duty, and he's doing it perfectly. Even if the verse is not talking, he has the responsibility to dismantle them, not to give any space. It's a protection for us. It's a protection. Our chariots stand to give us protection. The Prabhupada is doing this. This is protection for devotees. This is inconceivable for Māyāvādīs because they think in terms of mundane sense perception and therefore think that nondualism necessitates losing one's separate identity. Perfection for them means what? No form. Yes. Merge to light, not even merging to Vishnu, merging to light. Brahman, light. So merge there. And what is the idea of merging? What is the idea of merging? The fear of sin. Due to the fear of sinful activities. It's not bhakti, it's fear. So Kapil Muni in the third canto said, devotional service performed in fear is what? Which mood? Which mood? Ignorance, darkness. It's not pure devotional service. Devotional service is not performed out of fear. Devotional service is performed out of joy to give Kṛṣṇa satisfaction. That's devotional service, not out of fear. They want to merge because of difficulties, fear of sinful activities. Therefore, let me merge and just finish everything. Become light. Therefore, no. Imperfection. That is imperfection. That's imperfection. Our identity is eternal. That is the nature of the spirit soul. Identity is eternal. Kṛṣṇa is eternal. We are eternal. Not sometimes. Not sometimes. If you enter inside water, according to Padma Purana, you'll find 900 species, 900,000 species of life. They merge. Do they merge? If they merge, how are they able to count 900,000? Because they are individuals. Therefore, one can count all the individual bodies and come to the conclusion that there are 900,000 bodies in aquatic life. So merging is ignorance. It's not knowledge. It's ignorance. So Prabhupada is giving this perfection. It is clear from this verse, however, that Advaita Prabhu, although retaining his separate identity, is non-different from the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached the philosophy of inconceivable, simultaneous oneness with the Lord and different from him. Conceivable dualism and monism are conceptions of the imperfect senses, which are unable to reach the transcendence because the transcendence is beyond the conception of limited potency. The actions of Sri Advaita Prabhu, however, give tangible proof of inconceivable non-dualism. One who therefore surrenders unto Sri Advaita Prabhu can easily follow the philosophy of inconceivable, simultaneous dualism and monism. Māyāvādī kī. Any comments? Comments? Any comments? Questions? Okay.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, you told that a disciple must do service to satisfy the spiritual master. So how I know my service is actually satisfying him?
How do I know my service is satisfying Kṛṣṇa, satisfying my spiritual master? Sutta Goswami gave the answer. Sabai pomsa paro dharmo jato bhakti ahaituki apatihata jajadma suprasidati. Atma suprasidati. The heart will be satisfied, will be pleased, because you have pleased him. Pleasing him automatically please the self. To be happy in Kṛṣṇa consciousness. Our progress in Kṛṣṇa consciousness will be steady. Steady. Not steady.
Steady.
You'll be happy. You cannot, if you smile at somebody, the person will smile on you. Right? Because if you make somebody happy, you will be happy yourself.
Yes.
So let us make our spiritual master happy by sincere service. We will be happy. And the difficulties, or let's put it in, all the challenges you will experience in Krishna consciousness will become a stepping stone, not a stumbling block, a stepping stone. If he is not pleased, if you are not able to please him, challenges will be stumbling blocks. Srila Prabhupada mentioned in chapter 13, text 8 to 12.
8 to 12, 18, 8 to
20 items are mentioned. One is Acharya Pashana, serving the spiritual master. In that purport, Purport said, for one who has pleased the spiritual master, devotional service becomes very easy. Very, very easy. In fact, you don't even need any effort to kill the principles. The principles become automatic if you please the spiritual master. You can read it there. Chapter 13, 1-3, 1-3. Okay. Not 1-8, 1-3. 1-3.
Thank you, Maharaj.
All right, thank you. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai.